Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Healthy Hangout. And thank you so much for your patience as we get our tech all set. I'm excited to have you all here to hear Tammy and her testimonial and her presentation. So, Tammy, I'm going to have you unmute yourself and introduce Caroline to our healthy friends. All right.
Hi, I'd like to introduce my friend Carrie. She was one of my first clients and over the past 10 months exceeded her goals and has inspired many others to join us on this journey of optimal health. Carrie, would you like to share?
Hi, everybody. I apologize for my hat and my outfit. I just ran off the baseball
Caroline,
field, and I'm glad I can be here tonight.
Caroline.
So I have known Tammy for years. We have been moms together for, oh my gosh, it's going on 7 years.
Caroline.
We're going into our boys'
Caroline.
senior year, so we're pretty excited.
Tammy, maybe you could call her.
Yeah.
Tammy had asked me to, yeah.
It was working really well before.
Can you guys hear me?
All right.
Okay, what's going on?
So
You're started.
she's frozen.
Can you guys hear me? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
So Tammy, what we'll do is I'm going to mute Caroline for right now. Hi, I'm going to ask you to start to present. I've got your slides ready. All right, Tammy?
Sure.
All
Sorry
right,
about
let me
that. Maybe it was that storm we just got.
I know we had a really bad storm, but let me just let me share your slides, okay? Are you ready for me to share them?
I am. Thank you. And thank you everybody for your patience. This doesn't usually go so glitchy for us. So welcome to Healthy Hangout. Thank you for joining us tonight. It's hard to believe that it's already the end of June. The heat wave and the thunderstorms today certainly have reminded us that summer is truly here. Hopefully at the end, we'll be able to connect back with Carrie because she has been a rock star with this program and has truly helped many people dig deeper, as well as helping me to attain my personal goals, grow as a coach, and has offered unsolicited support. So thank you, Carrie. I hope you're able to get back on and share your journey of success. So tonight we're going to dig deeper and to dive in and avoid obstacles that summer may bring us. Thank you, Mitzi. If you can just go to the next slide. I'm wondering if many of you tonight on with us are like many of my clients in that you're looking forward to the next 8 weeks, but are anxious about what may hinder your progress. These are several examples on the screen that have been shared with me during recent calls and text exchanges. Do you have similar situations that are causing some uncertainty on how to keep track while socializing at sporting events? And with the changes now that restrictions are being lifted and eating out is more accessible. At the end of our time together, I'd like to hear from many of you and have you share your thoughts on how important structure, focusing on your why, and using your resources and planning for success have been for you. Thank you. Once I embraced intentional living, I found I was empowered to focus and be more purposeful in pursuing a healthier me. Posting my why and celebrating small successes kept me motivated. Daily, I encourage all of you to reflect on your statements of why. Think about, what do I really want long term? Ask yourself, does eating or drinking something contribute to my long-term health goals? So many clients lately have been really worried about their socializing because so much of what we're going into summer with revolves around food. But are the eating moments really helping you? So my why has evolved over the past year, but making the commitment to me truly made me realize that if I don't have my health, I can't give to others. Who else posts their why on or in a visible place to serve as a reminder? Maybe raise your hand if you have a why posted somewhere. I know Jen always reminds me to put a sticky note of things that I want to hold most important. This little small reminder, you might be able to see, hangs on my bathroom mirror. It helps me to focus as I start my day and prompts me to stick to my goals. If you haven't posted your why, I encourage you to do so. It will really help you refocus for the summer and stick to plan. Maybe even take a screenshot of your why and to make it this photo your home screen on your phone to remind you during the day while you're out and about. One of my clients even put her why on the visor of her car to remind her prior to eating out and to stick to her fueling times. So tonight, I'm going to share with you some strategies to take action while you navigate summer. Each part is like a piece in a puzzle to create optimal health. Focus on one part of these action steps at a time. For me, making that lifelong commitment to myself was missing. Take time to prioritize you and take action over the next 8 weeks. The results will come. So part of the conversation I've had with a lot of clients lately has been, there's so much out there. There's so many resources, so many opinions on Facebook pages and social media, and even their peers that are doing different journeys. Be mindful of the media that you consume. Utilize the tools to guide you on your personal journey of development and growth. Turn off the TV and step away from mindless scrolling on your phone and find 10 to 15 minutes to invest in reflecting and learning about your journey. This habit of taking time for you may be an adjustment. I know it sure was for me, but it has been the best gift I gave myself over the past year. Lean into your coach and support team by sending them a text or jump on a call to chat about your obstacles. So often people kind of reveal after a couple weeks of struggle instead of in the moment. That's what coaches are here for. So please text. Through the communication, everyone is more accountable and we learn about ourselves. The Optavia community is full of like-minded people that have a common goal and are happy to support you along your journey. Leave your life book somewhere accessible. Perhaps find a time in the morning before the pace of the day begins to focus on an element and journal. For me, I started with this book and I kind of was hiding it away at first. And now I have it right by my side. And when I'm having coffee on the porch, listening to the birds, I try to focus on an element. Who can share in the chat where they leave their life book? It might be a good place for others. The program is so much more than just the fuelings. Was anyone hesitant to start using their life book, but since has? Maybe you can share how that has shifted your journey. Does anybody want to unmute and share how it has shifted? Mitzi, I can't see everyone, so I don't know if anyone's willing.
My name's Ariana. Mitzi's my coach and she's pretty fabulous, which I think everyone knows, but can you hear me okay? Okay. So I feel like the life book and the habits of health book, like when I read them together, like one right after the other, like it really makes the connections for me. As Mitzi knows, I've been I have weeks where I totally ish it, and the book though, like I think I was reading either last night or this morning, um, just about like the tension, like structural tension and stuff, and it's really making me think about like the why do I ish and stuff like that, and the fact that like there's those external motivators, and I don't think I really had thought about it all that way, even though Mitzi and I have probably talked about it. I hadn't really like taken it in until I was reading it and seeing the diagrams and everything. So I mean, they really are really great tools. It's just a matter of making a few minutes to use them.
Great, thank you. Definitely a few minutes each day. It really adds up over time and it makes it more intrinsic. Thank you, Mitzi. Thank you, Ariana. And Mitzi, if you can go back to the slides. Many of the clients are finding summer vacations and time off in their regular routine to be less scheduled, and like Ariana, worried about the ish or falling down that rabbit hole. So relaxing and enjoying the lazy days of summer are important, but so is sticking to structure and routine of setting alarms on your phone for fuelings and water. I've noticed that using the timers help me stay on track and be mindful of sustaining habits that are important to maintaining my goals. Did you know that you can even change the timers on your ringtone, the ringtone on your timer? Find one that lifts your spirits, makes you smile when you're reminded to have your fueling. Maybe you have a fun song or something that just makes you want to move. In many ways, implementing structure to your day can improve your focus and organization. For me, it's easier if I fill up both my water bottles first thing in the morning and have them out and ready for myself. That way,
Tammy, we can't hear you.
priority over my own health. Many of you may also look back and recognize that you seem to put others first and forgot to take time for your self-care. I certainly wouldn't skip brushing my teeth each day, but somehow I fell into bad habits of taking care of my own nutrition. Since embracing the habits of health, I have learned to intentionally build in time each day for healthy motion and being mindful of how I structure my day to be more productive. Writing down my weekly goals helps me to visualize and stick to my plan. This habit is helping me to approach my daily life with more intrinsic motivation and action towards long-term goals. I picked this little tablet up and try to intentionally fill it out each week with goals and thoughts. So it can just be a plain piece of paper, but I liked how this helped me keep track of my habits each week as well. So building into that and having that visual keeps me accountable. Again, planning for myself. And I have found that with the summer schedule, it is even more effective to be planned. I'm having a lot of fun planning and spending time in the garden. And as a family, we're embracing many new habits. Some goals we have set for the summer are visiting the local farmers market on Thursdays, using fresh herbs from our garden, and grill extra for another night down the road when we might be a little busier with meal prep. Using that meal planner has helped us be more intentional and avoid scrambling or temptations to order out at the last minute. I still rely heavily on this little spiral journal to think about and plan, measure my lean and greens. Do you leave yours somewhere handy? Maybe it's by the food scale, but just make sure that you are using it. For those of you that are worried about the ish, if it's not in here, don't eat it. So take a look at all those other things that you could do to encourage better food planning. Thanks, Mitzi. This area seems to be the most area of concern for people. People are spending time with family and friends this summer and anticipating some uncertainty around the social events because they do revolve around food. So think to yourself, how do I want to feel tomorrow? And then focus on interacting versus eating. Seeing people without masks and engaging socially has taken on a new perspective. I know I want to live in the moment and not miss making connections simply because I'm on a health journey. So really go into social events with a better intention of purpose for interacting and not about the food. So here, just a reminder, while we're building our healthy mindset, element 4, I rely on this heavily, even a year later. It has helped me in many aspects of my life. So consider reviewing this strategy with your coach or listening to the audio prior to social outings. Even now, I listen to it about once a week and just kind of think about how it applies on my journey. The other piece of it is positive self-talk. Rehearsing self-talk helps train your brain. Self-talk is certainly a powerful tool to increase your confidence and curbing negative emotions. People who can master positive self-talk are thought to be more confident, motivated, and productive. Rehearsing these thoughts before you're in a social situation will just empower you to let people know that this health journey matters to you. They can enjoy their desserts and alcohol and fresh fruit, but for right now, you're looking for a healthier you. So these 6 key areas to reflect on. And since starting my journey in May of 2020, I felt more empowered to be in control. But each day I'm mindful of taking steps to better my health as I want to continue to age gracefully. Your journey certainly won't be smooth and temptations will be there and are certainly real. However, reminding yourself of your why will help you build habits to develop a lifestyle change. So just take a minute and think about these 6 areas. Water is in element 10, so many key things. And I remember a presentation not too long ago, sticks with me, that 30% of the time that we think we're hungry, we're actually needing more water. Pack those fuelings, have one even before you go out. Keep those timers set, even if you've been on program for a while. Utilize the dining out menu, plan your healthy menu, bring something with you to an outing, and then certainly choose wisely. Grab for a small plate. It's so easy to fill up that big plate, but think about the portion size you've gotten yourself into a habit of with measuring. I often use my senses when I'm watching other people eat or enjoy something that I know will just spiral me back. So I think about how that food tastes and savor the smell, and often satisfies that urge. But most importantly, you can inspire others by being upfront and honest. Tell your guests you're trying to be healthy and maybe offer up some suggestions of healthy choices if they want to bring something, and then be a good example of how easy this program truly is. And then one last tip for the summer. The heat may be a deterrent, but the summer is a great time to work on the healthy habit of movement. For 2021, I've set some new goals. Maybe add in the chat your outdoor goals. Challenge yourself to try one new activity each week. Turn off those screens and head outdoors and discover a new waterfall, path, park, and nature. Finding a walking buddy can certainly be a good first step. I took this off my son's bookshelf the other day because there's so many great waterfalls in New England. I'm determined before winter comes to find a few. And then lastly, with the holiday weekend approaching, just be mindful of your triggers. Identify possible barriers to sticking to your personal goal. Plan an approach and strategy and that are going to help you to manage these obstacles. And again, be upfront and honest with your family and friends about your health goals. You can all do it. Thank you very much. And Carrie, I hope your sound pops through because I know people would love to hear from you.
All right, let's see if this works this time. Can you guys hear me now? You're frozen again. No.
So we're all in Massachusetts, or several of us, and we are experiencing really heavy duty thunderstorms and lightning and all of that. So I do think it's impacting the sound, the audio. So I don't, where'd she, I'm trying to see where.
Can
Hi.
you guys hear me now? I turned the video off.
Yeah, it's
No.
still not, it's still pretty choppy. So maybe what we can do is have Carolyn back to do a testimonial and see if we've got a few minutes left, because I'm not sure it's going to get better. See if people have any comments or questions about what Tammy presented.
Hi, this is Kate. I have to say I used a lot of those things that you mentioned just this week because I had my first outing, not with family because they already know what I'm doing, but with people that are colleagues. And it was interesting because I did actually take a couple of extra things from you that I'll probably use next time, but some of that about staying away from things, scoped out the food beforehand, talked to Mitzi, got some guidance, you know, before I did my thing. And it worked, and it really did work. You know, my mind was in the right place. And that's what made the difference for me. That I went into it knowing this was an important thing to stay on plan for this 2 business days that ordinarily I would be not necessarily on plan. So I love what you put, and I can't wait to go back and pull those slides off the Facebook recording and look at them again, because there's a couple things that I missed that I really am going to take forward for the rest of the summer.
Great.
That's great. Yeah, so good. Other people, any other comments or questions?
I was just curious what your why is on that you put on your bathroom mirror. I thought that was pretty cool. I couldn't really tell what that was.
So I actually have a friend who made this for me and a few of my first clients. I need to have her make a few more. It's just an acrylic ornament that is calligraphied on that just says, always remember your why. I have it on a string, but you can always put it on a little magnet as well.
That's awesome. Anyone else?
I was wondering if Tammy could put the slides below the recording, because I think there was a lot of really good content and info that people could go back and look at without, you know, without watching the whole thing, because you had just some really key things. There was like one slide, if you did everything on that slide, you'd have a great day. You know, so I just think that if there's a way of doing that, that would be great. Great job.
Thanks.
Awesome.
I think that that's what I like about this whole program is it's those pieces. And if you work on them, builds the habits over time to fill that whole puzzle.
I think that's right, because I think that you can't do it all at once. And if you try, you're going to feel defeated. So doing one puzzle piece and connecting the dots or connecting the jigsaw puzzle will make a difference in moving you forward, because you just can't do it all at once. And I think that's why Dr. A has the life book set up so that the elements take anywhere from 1, 2 to 4 weeks to go through. They're not meant to be rushed through, so that you kind of ingest them, you kind of you work them. So that's so great. So Tammy, thank you so much. And Carolyn, I'm so sorry that the weather did not cooperate with your Wi-Fi and everything. And those of you who are coaches, you're going to want to stay on, because we have some coach training. Those of you who are our clients, we're so happy you were here, and get the slides on with the recording. And I'll see if I can actually include the slides with the YouTube video too. I'm not quite sure if I can, but I will try when I post the YouTube video as well. And everybody have a really wonderful week. We'll see you back next week. Those of you who are clients and coaches, stay. And thank you. Bye.